According to Joanna Macy, there are two types of hope, the whimsical type and the active type. Active hope, she says, is like Tai Chi or gardening. It is something we do rather than have. It is a process we can apply to any situation, and it involves three key steps. First, take a clear view of reality. Second, identify what we hope for, the direction we would like things to move toward, or the values we'd like to see expressed. And third, we take steps to move ourselves or our situation in that direction. Since active hope doesn't require our optimism, we can apply it even when we feel hopeless. The guiding impetus is intention. We choose what we aim to bring about, act on, or express. Like the frog, who quietly thought about her predicament while treading water in a bucket of cream and chanting, "Keep hope alive," to drown out the dreaded doom and gloom of her companion. And I will add that active hope is contagious, because we saw in our story the other frogs started doing the same thing, and lo and behold, their situation changed. In the quiet moments of your day, when the world's noises fade, you can hear it. The soft murmur of your inner voice, the whispers of your heart. It speaks not in shouts, but in gentle nudges, guiding you toward what feels right and true. Listening to this voice isn't always easy. Doubts, fears, and the expectations of others can drown it out. But when you pause, when you trust its wisdom, it becomes a compass, pointing you toward paths you might not have dared to tread otherwise. This voice knows your dreams, your deepest longings, and the strength you sometimes forget you have. It is a reminder that that within you lies a wisdom older than a map, a knowing that connects you to something greater. So let us take a breath to quiet our minds and listen. What does your heart whisper? It's speaking the language of your soul, inviting you to step closer to the life you were meant to live. Blessed be. Let us rise in body or in spirit to sing our next hymn, Spirit of Life, number 123.
The reading this morning is a poem by Rebecca Solnit, Hope in the Dark, and this is part 1. Imagine the world as a theater. The acts of the powerful and the official occupy center stage. The traditional versions of history, the conventional sources of news, encourage us to fix our gaze on that stage. The limelight there is so bright, it blinds us to the shadowy spaces around us. It makes it hard to meet the gaze of the other people in the seats, to see our way out of the audience into the aisles, backstage, outside, in the dark, where other powers are at work. A lot of the fate of the world is decided on stage, in the limelight, and the actors there will tell you that there are no other places that matter. However, the grounds for hope are in fact in the shadows, in the people who are inventing the world, while no one looks, who themselves don't yet know they will have any effect. In the people we have not heard of yet, who will be the next Cesar Chavez, the next Noam Chomsky, the next Cindy Sheehan, or become something we cannot yet imagine. In this epic struggle between light and dark, it's the dark side, that of the anonymous, the unseen, the officially powerless, the visionaries and the subversives in the shadows we must hope for.
Part 2. After a rain, mushrooms appear on the surface of the earth as if from nowhere. Many do so from a sometimes vast underground fungus that remains invisible and largely unknown. What we call mushrooms, mycologists call the fruiting body of the larger, less visible fungus. Uprisings and revolutions are often considered to be spontaneous, but less visible long-term organizing and groundwork or underground work often laid the foundation. Changes in ideas and values also result from work done by writers, scholars, public intellectuals, social activists, and participants in social media. It seems insignificant or peripheral until very different outcomes emerge from transformed assumptions about who and what matters, who should be heard and believed, who has rights. Ideas at first considered outrageous or ridiculous or extreme gradually become what people think they've always believed. It recalls that power comes from the shadows and the margins, that our hope is in the dark around the edges, not the limelight of center stage. Even things that seem to happen suddenly arise from deep roots in the past or from long dormant seeds.
Whether we cast a vision of the future that is personal or political, it entails the same 3 steps Joanna Macy outlines. Assess the reality of the situation, identify what you hope for in the future, and take action steps to move yourself in that direction. Go ahead. To help us in this process, I created a guide for our ushers to distribute before we enter a guided meditation. So I want to invite us on a journey inside or out of a snow globe. Some of us may be feeling overstimulated or exhausted after weeks of planning, gift wrapping, baking, and parties, or perhaps longing for loved ones who are no longer near. Sometimes life shakes our lives like the flakes inside a snow globe. Imagine each flake as a scattered thought that wants your attention. Embrace them all with a deep breath in. And as you exhale, notice how each one slowly drifts to and fro until it lands softly on the snow. Notice the silence as you inhale the crisp, fresh air that comes with the heavy snow. Feel your body relax as you exhale the busyness of the season and let it go. Find yourself in a warm, gentle, loving space, perhaps by a fire. As you reflect on this past year, you can either read along with me in your handout or simply listen to my voice. There'll be time to write your responses after each question. And if you don't have enough time to finish, you can take this home with you. What mattered most to me this year? How can I spend more time and energy on this next year? What highlights or favorite moments do I want to recreate, and why? What relationships were most meaningful? What am I proud of in the last year? What made me smile and laugh? What do I regret and why? What activities made me lose track of time? Now take a look at what you've written so far. It's okay if you're not finished writing yet. You can take it home with you. Given your responses to these questions, list all the things you'd like to create, feel, achieve, or plan in the next year. When we tune in to all that matters to us over the last year, the little things and the big things, we gain some clarity about how we want to spend our time in the future. We use our reflections on the past year to catalyze positive changes in the coming year and to elevate the world in ways that matter most to us. This is the active hope of which Joanna Macy speaks. This is the frog in that bucket of cream. Holly Near once said, "Hope is not a feeling, it's a commitment." So feel free to take this home with you, share the template with loved ones, or do what you will. And next, I want to draw your attention to the table where the chalice is sitting. I've created an opportunity for you to listen to the whispers of your heart and allow your intuition to guide you in the new year. I've printed some angel cards. Pretty purple, pink. And laid them out on this table. Each card has a unique, positive, uplifting message for self-reflection and contemplation. If you feel so moved, I invite you to come forward to draw a card to take home with you while Bet plays some music for us. It's to you. you, Beth. I can see that some of you are not new at this, looking for the vibe that's drawing you in. Did anyone receive a blank angel card? Oh, good. There were 3. They're kind of like a wild card, you know, the mystery card. It can be anything you'd like it to be. But you also have permission when you draw a blank to draw another card. Would anyone like to share the significance, if any, that the card you drew had?
It matches things that I was concerned about
Oh my goodness.
on my list.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to be more there, you know, when I need to be. And the last item on my card is, and remember, you are exactly where you need to be.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
For me, the grounding of everything is love. And it says, let go with love. The answers hold what's meant for you.
Oh my goodness. Anyone else? And if you just want to read what your card says, that's okay too.
Mine says, know that healing is definitely possible.
Oh goodness. So powerful. Anyone else? Have we? Oh, I'll come to you next.
This one says, when things feel heavy, let laughter lift your spirits. It's a remedy available anytime, anywhere.
Mine says, trust your intuition. Your heart will always guide the way.
Nice. Yeah.
This last year has been a shambles, moving pieces, family, you know, just uproar. And this is what people say to me all the time, all my friends, all my family, you may stay in the present moment.
This has been a year of a lot of change and a lot of confusion, and the coming year may be more of that. So mine says, tune into the subtle calls of your soul and let it guide you through life's journey.
Anyone else? Yes.
Mine says, take time to recharge and to enjoy the small things.
I would like to achieve employment this year, and my card says you are a powerful manifester and can create any reality you want.
Oh, that's awesome. Anyone else? Okay. So traditionally with angel cards, you draw from the deck, take a picture of it, write it down, and then you put it back in the deck. But I printed these so that you can take them home, and I can recreate them anytime there's a need for it. And you might choose to put it on your bed table or on the fridge or bathroom mirror, wherever feels right for you, as a reminder of how you wish to live in the new year. Our last reading is by Cynthia Bourgeault. Hope's home is in that innermost point in us and in all things. It is a quality of aliveness. It doesn't come at the end as the feeling that results from a happy outcome. It lies at the beginning as a pulse of truth that sends us forth. When our innermost being is attuned to this pulse, it will send us forth in hope, regardless of the circumstances of our lives. Hope fills us with the strength to stay present, to abide in the flow of the mystery no matter what outer storms may assail us. It is entered always and only through surrender. That is, through the willingness to let go of everything we are presently clinging to. And yet when we enter it, it enters us and fills us with its own life, a quiet strength beyond anything we have ever known. May it be so.